welcome to a new ASMR video. So we are going to talk about Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, and today we have big news. Like, it's a huge news in the Star Wars world, because it's like we learn about the background of the creation of the Rise of Skywalker, and already know, like, I don't have enjoyed like very much Rise of Skywalker, but it's a very sad news, and I'm very angry about that, because in this news we can see J.J. Abrams was not able to do what he wanted to do. So yes, that's crazy. So since shortly after release weekend, I've been sorry for my English, I'm French, so yeah. I've been corresponding with someone who worked closely on the production. So yeah, the guy was near have sources of a lot of guys who has worked like in the Rise of Skywalker. So like there was like filmmaker, there was like producer, lot of people. So J.J. Abrams was devastated. Wow, what an English word. So on blindsided by this, it's been feeling down over the last 6 months because of some of ridiculous demands Disney had that changed its movie stories. So that's just horrible. Like, it's like you write a story on like someone else arrive and just clear all the thing you have right. It's just horrible. So okay. So while the scenes were shot, a lot of the change were made in post-production. Okay, it's like they have changed the story in post-production. That's horrible, okay. Gigi felt threatened over the month leading up to the premiere. Really bad. Another information that, Gigi was brought back by Iger. Iger is president of Disney. On not Kathleen Kennedy, Disney insisted on more fan service, less controversy. Okay. So J.J. Abrams' originally agreement when he signed on was indicating he would have way more creative control than he did on TFA, the Force Awakens. It became evident this wasn't the case only a couple of weeks into shooting when the trouble with meddling started. Okay, so you can see like already in Force Awakens he had no control about it. He was just a yes man, And now we learn he wanted to have more control, but Disney have like Disney have oh my god. So Gigi wanted to do some things he too were important, but Disney shut it down citing budgetary reasons. Are you kidding me? Disney, who have billions and billions on for making a Star Wars, is like, okay, no, we don't have enough money. It's just crazy, yeah. So J.J. Abrams argued that those scenes were crucial, very important. So he had to let go of one of the scenes. The other scenes he insisted on was approved at first. He did reshoots and additional photography in July. The new scene was shot at Bear. What is Bear? Oh, that will blow your mind. Yeah, because like for 1 year they were like, oh, the ending will blow your mind. So was a part of this older actor were including like Hayden Christensen, Ewan McGregor, and Samuel Jackson. Okay, so the Force Ghosts weren't meant to be voice because they shot that footage on camera. The actors were in costumes, really important. So Rey was supposed to be surrounded by the Force Ghost to serve as sort of a barrier between her and the Sith surrounding them. Are you listening what I am saying? They have shot scenes with Hayden, Ewan McGregor and Samuel Jackson in Ghost Force, but they have cut it to just put the voice on you. Know why? It is where the fun begins, because just listen that. It's just crazy. So my source thinks but can't 100% confirm that this is because of China. It's an office talk of sorts. Some VFX people claim they got a list of approved shades of blue they could use on the look Force Ghost. Cutting this out was when the bad blood turned into a nightmare for Gigi, because the movie he was making was suddenly unrecognizable to him in almost everywhere. So, Star Wars, like Disney wants Star Wars to be in China. So, China, in China, they don't like ghosts, no, it's not they don't like ghosts, but it's like, you don't have to talk about ghosts in films, it's very taboo in French, so it's fucked up. It's like, okay, Force Ghosts of Star Wars are very dangerous. If we want to have China with us, so okay, just delete all the ghosts on, like, they are modifié in French. It's like transformation of the Ghost Force appearance just for satisfy the China. So my source know Gigi well enough to know that he's just not the yelling type. I have met Gigi Abrams in London. He was talking about Star Wars. He was making it. So yelling type, but apparently a meeting he yelled something along the line of, why don't you just put directed and written by Lucasfilm then? My source wasn't present for that exchange, but know some who were. It's really sad, It's like, it's your movie, but it's not really your movie, It's like, okay, I have ideas, but it's nothing, So, Gigi original early November cut was 3 hours and 2 minutes long. It's like Avenger Endgame. In January, Gigi suggested that they turn this into 2 films. My source told me this well before Terry mentioned it in an interview a couple of days ago. When Disney said no, Gigi was content with making this 3 hours long. Okay. Over a period of 9 months, Gigi started realizing that one by one his ideas on whole scene were being thrown out the window or entirely altered by people who have no business meddling with the creative. So now we are talking about scene, were deleted for, because where Kylo seemed a bit dizzy, and his vision was shown a blurry for a second. Almost as if time half stopped while everyone in the background was slow-mo fighting. Kylo hears Vader's breathing, then shakes his head and time goes back to moving at a normal pace and he jumped right back into the battle. Okay, so you can see deleted scene, They cut some of the scenes from the lightspeed skipping segment. Some of the planets that were cut were Kashyyyk, Naboo and Kamino. Yes, it's like they don't want the prequel, the prelogy. It's like we don't want that. Okay, so they tell us there was like more Kylo Ren and Rey scenes where they were thinking like more silent scene, but they have cut it. So the late November cut. Do you realize the late November cut on the film is supposed to be like in the 19 in France, the 19 December. So my God, the last montage was like 1 month. Oh my God, yeah, that's just horrible. So at scenes with Rose and Rey, still Gigi wanted to give her a more meaningful arc, but Disney felt that was too risky too. Okay, so you can really see they wanted to cut Rose, That's really sad. So Finn wanting to tell Rey something was always meant to be the Force sensitivity. Yeah, in the 3 hours cut, it's explicitly stated there was a moment when Jannah and he were running on top of the Star Destroyer and Finn needed to unlock or move something. He forced it and acted surprised when it happened. This was represented with CGI BB-8 fixing whenever he needed to fix on there. Okay. Yeah. Oh, a really important thing. The Kylo Ren scene where he dies was at least 4 minutes longer, with more dialogue. Ben was always supposed to die. Yeah. Source also added that if he wasn't, then that might have been in an earlier draft which they haven't read. The first draft they read include Lando. The Reylo kiss on Ben's death was not part of the reshoots. It was a part of the re-editing. Even the cut that J.J. Abrams drew was coming out earlier this month had a longer version on that scene that was shown in the theatrical. Okay. Gigi was against the Reylo kiss. This was Disney attempt to please both sides of the fandom. Okay. So I think the conclusion are here. Like Gigi was not happy with where The Last Jedi took the story. I can understand him because when you write a story on something, someone else le modifie quoi. So okay, the final result is a mix of that story and the story told by Disney, and whoever they try to impress. Gigi is gutted over the final result. Star Wars means a lot to him. He had to sacrifice large chunk of the story in the Force Awakens, but he was promised more creative control on The Rise of Skywalker, and instead the least they had him, and was only tinied as time went by. A source said that this is the one franchise on the one piece of his work that he didn't want to mess up, and instead it turned into his worst nightmare. Sorry for my English, but yeah. When he found out that he was blindsided with the cut they presented, he said, "What the fuck?" When Kylo was fighting the Knights of Ren at the end on the Williams music that was used for, it was not what he wanted at all. He seemed to think it was out of place. Okay. So GG cuts still exist and will always exist. We most likely will never see it unless someone accidentally leaks it. Okay, so you can see like J.J. Abrams was not the captain of Star Wars. Definitely not. He was just the guy who was making it. It's really sad to see this, It's really sad. I will keep inform you about all the news we have about the Rise of Skywalker, but you can see like there is a real problem with this trilogy. It's not just people who said it. There is a real problem in Disney with this franchise on. I don't know, but they have to fix it for the next movies of Star Wars because it's like amateur. It's like crazy. So yeah, but I hope you have liked this episode. I can talk about all things of Star Wars, but tell me, what do you want? So yeah, have a great day, have a great night. Bye bye.